Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Okay, we are doing another journal with me, and I hope that you will journal with me. Whoa, wasn't that brilliant? Hi, I'm so glad to see you guys and spend a little bit of time with you. I love you and hope that you are having a fabulous day so far. Okay, so let me catch you up. You may have noticed that last Sunday I did not have a video up. And I kind of explained a little bit about that, but I'll just go into a little more detail. I have been struggling with this format. I don't know why exactly. Just it's different, and I'm not. I don't know, but I've been enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I've been enjoying it, but last time. And this was part of the video. I did create a video, but I didn't publish it. And that was just a last minute decision, and I just wasn't happy with it. And so I just scrapped it. If you open, you may notice my calendar part booklet is gone. Yeah, I took it off. Yes, I did. I ripped the whole thing off. It was right here. And it was quite a bit of effort to rip it off. And I just didn't like the calendar. I just did not. It made this little booklet thing awkward and flapping it over, and then you got anyway. So that was one thing, one big thing that I was kind of upset with because I had to do all that. Now, I'm keeping this because this will make a great writing board for a journal. And so, yeah, so I'm not throwing that away. But I did get rid of the calendar part. I just chucked it. And I haven't really been using a calendar. I know, just like, where's wood? Okay, here's wood. I'm knocking. There's wood under here. Why? I'm not sure. It's hard for me to use a calendar. It's good to write things down and when things are due and yada yada and all that good stuff. I get that. And I may do a calendar. But I wasn't really using this one. And so it was just like busy. And so I got rid of it. I just got rid of it. And then what I did was re-glued. And this had been pretty much torn apart here. So I couldn't, re-glue that. So I added a piece. And it gives it a different element. It's not like that, perfectly whatever. Well, not that it was perfect anyway, but you get the idea. And I deliberately picked a little piece of linen fabric that was a different color. And I don't know, I just kind of like it. It's kind of grungy looking. And yeah, so anyway, I like this better. But that day when I was working on this as part of my journaling, there was still a bit of a carryover of frustration, I believe, in this part of it. Kind of feeling bad, beating myself up a little bit because why didn't I just make it right the first time? Or why, how we do sometimes. We just second guess ourselves. And we shouldn't do that, but we do. That's something that we do. But we have to just let go and just be okay with things differently. And, another week has passed, and so I'm fine now. It's like, this is cool. So anyway, but let me show you what I did okay, where? I love this. Okay, so I did put these pictures on Instagram, but if you aren't on Instagram, you wouldn't have seen these. Let me take that out just a little bit more so you can see the whole page. Okay, so I journaled about Valentine's Day. This is from my husband. This is from some beloved children. And this was my card to my husband. And so we created a pocket. This was shorter. This was the length. And I created a bit of length with, this is from Gela Gostinelli. I've got a couple of her digitals, and I'm doing some other things with her digitals that I'll have a video up before too long to show you. But I just thought this was super fun. And I wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel here because I like this kind of old paper. So I wanted to keep it, but it had a little tear up here. And so, by putting this, I strengthened that. It has washi tape so that the fold will be great. This has created a really nice little pocket. And this, excuse me, this is Red River paper. I am a fan of Red River paper. I think it is the best, and it is unfortunately very expensive. But I love it so much that I buy it. It's one of those splurges that, you're just like, oh gosh, do I? No. And I did. I said, I'm worth it. And so I did. Now, I did not have this hidden paper clip done for the pictures that I showed. But these kept flopping. And so I'm holding them with the paper clip there. So turn the page and I will kind of explain to you. This is just, this is a no makeup, no anything, not even very, it's like, bleh, but it's me without makeup, it's real, unfortunately. And this is my sweet husband. His name is Dave, and I love him dearly. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you are here, and I hope you get some inspiration. I hope you'll feel comfortable being here and that you'll feel free to chat. Yeah, we just have a good time here. I love my subbies. So if you're here, I love you. Okay, so the day went very well. We had not done anything for Valentine's Day for each other really for several years. Not that we don't love each other, we do. But we're just really comfortable, and there comes a point where you just don't need all the gifts, and you just don't need all the frou-frou. And so I guess we just sort of gotten maybe too comfortable, I'm thinking. So anyway, we made the decision that for this Valentine's Day, we were going to, make note of Valentine's Day. So we did, we exchanged the cards in the morning, and my husband was very sweet. He bought me a delicious orange, and this is going to be really weird to you guys. This is the label on that, and I stuck it just on a junk paper, and I may put it in, but as you can see, I've started on it, but it's really, a little goes a long way. And so I'll have one of these maybe every 2 or 3 days. I don't know. Anyway, but that was very sweet. And so I may journal about that a little bit and use that orange gold foil when I do that. But I'm just keeping this on a junk paper, like I said, so that I have it. So we did that, and then in the afternoon, between lunch and dinner, I like to call it linner. I've come up with that term many years ago. Lunch, dinner, linner. So, but I didn't call it that as I was journaling it. But anyway, so we went to the Olive Garden and we had a delicious meal. I had chicken Alfredo, which is one of my favorites, and we haven't been to the Olive Garden in years. Literally, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. And we just thought, well, let's just treat ourselves. And so I had the chicken Alfredo, and my husband had chicken Parmesan. Little kisses. So this picture was not taken that day or that evening. I just forgot. So the next day, or maybe it was even later that week, when I was going to journal about it, I grabbed him and said, we need to do a selfie right now. I've got a journal. And so he's like, oh, okay. Anyway, so that was the picture, but technically not for that day. And so that evening, we went to the movie Dog. Now, if you haven't seen it, if you like military-type films that aren't, not bloody, gory, anything like that. I mean, you may like that, but I don't get a high off seeing blood and guts. That's not my cool. But I do love feel good, and I do love animals, even though we don't own one right now. And this was very heartfelt, and I thought he did a wonderful job, and the dog was fabulous, and I laughed and I cried. To me, that's the sign of a great movie, when you laugh and you cry and you leave just with a feel good. So that was our Valentine's Day. Okay, moving along. Gosh, I gotta hurry with this so we can whip out something today. Then the next day, I just was in the mood to just create. I didn't want to think about it. I had been so frustrated with, number one, tearing out my journal thing, the calendar, and I didn't like the picture that I put in, and the video was way, way too long. I know. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just wordy. Why use 2 words when you can use 20? Anyway, so to just take away my frustration and my anxiety, if you will, I think I did have a little bit of anxiety about this one, and felt like I wasn't all that positive. And I'm normally a pretty positive person. I mean, I have my days, I have my times. I cry, I cry. I'll get angry. I feel all the emotions that we always feel. But I don't like to stay down, and I don't like to stay negative, and I just didn't think that I wanted that as part of my legacy for my grandchildren or great-grandchildren to watch that later and go, whoa, boy, what was wrong with Grandma that day? Anyway, so I just journaled something that brought me joy. And I used Roxy Creations papers. And I love this children's book page music. And this was, I didn't mean to cover this up, but this is America underneath the yarn here. But I love my country. I love America. And I just added, this is what I think is a wonderful sample of what I love mixed media-wise. I have 2 layers of paper that I've glued on that are thin, that are deli and tracing paper. This was actually a thin lunch sack that I had coffee dyed and had a pattern on and yada yada blah blah blah. And so it just kind of evolved, And then I wanted to put this wonderful bird in the midst of some reeds, you know, just some swampy, but not swampy, but you know what I mean, you know, close to the water and going through and having these beautiful, you know, green whatevers growing up. And so these are different yarns that I've glued down. And then, of course, in here I have 2 different layers of cheesecloth that I had glued underneath this one, and then put more cheesecloth on top of that, and then added the bird on top of that. So this actually has, this, we'll call this is layer 1, 2 for the sack, 3 for the deli paper, 4 for the cheesecloth, 5 for the image, the background image, florally, 6 for the cheesecloth, and 7 for the bird on top. So, and yet it's pretty thin as things go. And then over here, I pulled some yarn and I actually crocheted this funky yarn. If I had it right here, I would show you. It's really cool. And it just had some of these in it. And so this was a perfect branch. It just made a perfect branch. And a little bit of loosey-goosey here, but I love it. And then added the butterflies and the other bird for texture. This is a very favorite page. Okay, so, and then I just noted when I created it and that I had used Rachel's digitals. Okay, so now we come to this and what to do. So I have a couple of things that we could possibly put down. Now, I have been working on a few different things, a video that came out yesterday, and some of you that will be new to my channel through that video was a collaboration with Barbara of 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel. Together we came up with the 5-item digital swap. I had the idea to do it digitally because of the mail systems right now where it's so difficult and you don't know when something's going to get, and especially if you're sending it to different countries and whatnot. And they were wonderful to play along. And so we collaborated together on the details and that type of thing. And it was just so much fun. So from that, I have pictures. And I'm thinking that I might want to do a spread on some of those pictures in here. I also have something that I'm working on. Well, I'll give you a little sneak peeky here. This is with Gail's, with her digitals. And so I have this that I could document. At first I thought, well, this is just my own personal journaling, so I just need to journal, you know, what I've been doing the week and la la la. Well, duh, my whole life evolves around my art. My family is a big part, of course, but our children are gone. They have families of their own and doing a very wonderful job, by the way. And we aren't needed in that same way. So I have time to focus on my art and to focus more on what's happening in my life. And so I think that that's what we want to do today. So I apologize for all the wordy blah, 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 blah. And I think we are going to print some pictures. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with this, I have this little color Kodak printer. My husband surprised me with it because I purchased another one, but it didn't do color. And I was a bit disappointed. I didn't pay attention, I guess. And so he surprised me with this. So I have no idea, what it costs or anything, but I'm sure it wasn't an arm and a leg because we don't have that kind of money. So I'm sure it was reasonable. And set up an app. So I go to my app and I'm in my gallery. Okay. So these are all the pictures of things that I have been working on and that I took pictures of. So if I'm doing my recent one, let's see. Well, both of these were pretty recent, but let's see how this looks. Okay. Let's do a print preview. Set the format. Just a minute. I have to take my glasses off because I'm looking real close here. Let's check these and see what I want. So it gives me different options. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then next. And I am going to print. So it's preparing for printing. And Kodak really should send me a free one because I'm not getting paid to highlight any of their stuff. So, can you hear that? Maybe not, but let's see. So I want to... Okay. Let's take a peek. See what we think. I think that's the very same one, so no, I don't want that. Okay, is that cute? So now we've got that one. Let's get another one. Print preview. And we will print that. These are super fun for having something instantly. I mean, I do go through the process and let me make sure. Nope. I've got that one already. And I've got that one. What does this one look like? I think I cropped them down a little bit too much, but it's too late now. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Okay, there's another one. Maybe just one of the back. Okay. Anyway, you can see what I am doing here. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay. And just journaling my life. Just journaling what I'm doing. Okay, so I think we're done that way. So we will go ahead and no. Sign out. Okay, so I'm signing out. All right. So we will go ahead and put our little printer. Oh, come on. I have this wonderful, like for electric, you can have a strip, power strip. Well, I have this little strip that my husband got me that has a bunch of these, so I can do a whole bunch of stuff that way. Okay, here we go. I want to leave a little bit of room. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here's the real deal. Actually, I don't need pictures if I'm going to do the real deal, do I? Do I? Ah, duh, Rhonda, that was dumb. Maybe I'll use those at some point. Let's go ahead and I will use this as my journaling to explain this challenge, I think. I don't know. This has got... I may want to save that for a journal. Maybe I will take another picture. Okay. Let's do that. You guys are seeing the real deal. Okay. Let me go ahead and we shall okay. We will do edit. I will go to filters. Let's do a crop. And let's save. Now, let's set this up again. I apologize for this, guys. I didn't realize that this was going to go this way, but maybe this is good so that we can see, you know, how we can correct something if we're not really happy with it to begin with. Okay, now we're going to go back here to our Kodak app. We're going to log in. Okay, let me get that. Okay, now let's select this one. Let's do a print preview. And is this the best? That's the best. Okay. Then I wonder, can I like... No, I can't. I was just going to see if I could, you know, cut that white off. But this will be fine too. So now what I want to do is... Oops, let me get my printer over here. So now let's go ahead and let's do another. Let's see. Moving over here and bring that up. And that will be good, I think, as is. And we will do that. Okay, saved. And I don't want that one, so we'll move that to trash. Okay, now we'll go back to here. Okay, let's go out of that and then come back in. Come back in, and we will select that one now. Print preview. Okay. And we will print. Okay. So now with that, I am going to go ahead and trim off the little white area. Okay. Okay. And I think that will be enough with what we've already got to do a nice spread. So let's just set that off to the side. I mean, these aren't like amazing quality as far as, you know, it's a small deal, but you can see how much fun it can be to work on something like that. Okay, so here we go. And just so that it's even easier, let's put our journal. And for those of you that haven't been following me long, you can go to my playlist, Journal with Me, and it starts with the beginning. And the only week we're missing is last Sunday. Okay. So now we've got all these pictures that we can put down. What kind of color do I want to go with this? Let me grab some of my prints. It's a lovely day today. Good morning. Good morning to you, and you, and you, and you. I sing to my plants every morning. Do you? I do. I sing to my plants. I say good morning. And I think they're happier. Let's see. What do we got? What have we got here? Got some different things, some different papers that I have spent some time on altering. This is the back of a dictionary. I don't really have any rhyme or reason, you guys. I'm trying to not get stuck into spending an inordinate... well, there you go. I meant that to be. I surely did. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm just going to use things that I love. I'm not trying to overthink it, because overthinking really does stifle the brain. I'm telling you. It makes it hard. Let's get my glue page. Okay. And I didn't even really, you know, I have tons of papers all over different areas. I just pulled one little folder that just happens to have my what do you call them? Tell me, fill in the gaps, guys. Fill in the gaps. My jelly plate. My jelly plated papers and such. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe, baby, I'll be true to you. So this singing to my plants, one of my favorites, and I don't know why or where I got it, but you know, the Good Morning song. And I'm sure they love it. You know, I actually have, they've done studies. I haven't studied it myself, but I've heard that they've done studies with plants, and, you know, that they, as living things, they absolutely do react to emotions and different things around them. And so, in my mind, it's a good thing to, you know, to have it be positive. So, oh, here's another sticker from a bag that, this was the Your Creative Studio, that I didn't know if I would use that or not. So, we don't want to take all of the music page behind us. We don't want to eliminate all of that, but we definitely want to take some of it away. And I think what I'm going to do, my dear friends, in the interest of this video not going for, you know, hours. Ooh, that side. Ooh, this side. These are nifty. These are nifty. There's an old word for you. Okay. So what are you guys planning on doing today? What have you been doing? What is on your creative plate today? Or not creative? I'm interested in that too. I am recording this video on Saturday. This is the 26th, I think. Anyway, on Saturday. And now this one, I only need like a little whatever. I don't need to see the whole thing by any means. Let's see. So we could do something like that. Oh, and we've got this one that shows the front. Or maybe we want the front to go here. Oh, that, I like that a little bit with the darker, yeah, okay. So let's see, we could do something-ish. Yeah, these pictures aren't great, you know, in all honesty. They're not fabulous. But it's just a, you know, it is what it is. I'm not like, wow, this is amazing. But I'm also not like, oh, this is horrible. I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Sometimes you just, you know, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And just, you've all heard the phrase many times, I am sure, it is what it is. And that's so true. So true. I love paper. I love fabric. I love combining different things. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, guys, I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to just spend some time and just kind of think about it and decide what I want to do here. And I shall return. Okay, my dear friends, I am back, and as you can see, I have finished. I just need to, let's see, what is today? what did I say today was? Today is the 26th, February 26th, 2022. All right. So what I ended up doing, and I'm really happy with that, is I decided to go ahead. I printed out Barbara's digital again, and I made it a little bit smaller than the original version, and I put her instructions here, and then I have added, like, this is, you know, this is her shop and what she goes by, and added some goodies from her challenge, and just added those as my decorating elements. And I'm really happy. I'm like, okay, I like that. So let's go ahead and put this back in our book. And again, for those of you that are new, if you go back, you'll see that I do mine deliberately different than a lot of people. I don't put my pages together, at least not in this one. I do sometimes. But this one I want to be able to pull out and to sew or to glue or cut or, you know, whatever I might want to do and not have everything in the way. And so I've just, you know, journaled over her envelope front and used some of the other elements, and I'm really happy with it. So, okay. So there you go, guys. Thank you for joining me so much. And again, I do apologize for not having one up last Sunday, but we move on, right? All right. Till next week or till my next video, I hope you're having a fabulous day already. Bye-bye now.